Here we are with the front camera for the 4th generation GS, Lexus GS 450h, what I have. Recently I installed an Android Auto Carplay module in the car, and it can handle also a back or rear camera, or both as you wish. So I ordered a camera from AliExpress. Like you can see, it's an HD camera, waterproof, night vision effect, and the fisheye, for example. And here you have also some features where you can cut actually those cables if you want, and then you will get like reverse picture, or you will get the marks on your screen or on your camera screen, but after you cut them you cannot change them. I just already tested the camera. We will test it out all together. I will show you how and so on. So this will be the video cable, and this will be the powering cable. I will show you also the other end, but I just recently put this one into the car. There is also a diagram how to set up, just very simple, like typical Chinese, no information about fuse or something or anything else. So for this one, for this time I will leave it here. So this is the first part where we have to begin, and this is the video cable, which has to go from the front of the car where the camera located is, and all the way indoor into the interior, and then and it has to go to the other side, because on the other side, behind between the radio and the glove box, I have the Android module where I have to connect it. So the first one, I thought I can begin with the job, which will be a pain in the ass, but it turns out it isn't a pain in the ass. So the video cable, as you can see in the foot area, you have to go right here, and then you can see a grommet, and then you can see grommet, and then also you can see where I pointed my lamp that there is a hole. And just with a simple screwdriver you can go through this hole, and this will be our hole between the interior and the engine bay. This grommet, what I just showed you from the inside, you will find it right here. This is the ABS control, and there is a plastic cover on it. Then you can just pull out and set aside, and I hope that you can see. Okay, so you can see it right now, also where the cable comes from. I think Lexus just thought about it, that maybe for an extra alarm system or something they have to have a go-through like this. And the hardest part actually was that to get through this head, because this is a little bit big, and what I made was this. So it is basically electrical tape. I began here with the electrical tape, and then I put from one zip tie a circle here around, as you can see, this one, and then go again around it with the electrical tape. Then it will get around the shape, and then into this zip tie put another zip tie, and then with this one, because it's actually a little bit hard, so it's easier to go through with it, put the second zip tie into the first zip tie. And then after that I put some WD-40 on the whole thing and just put it through, and from the other side with a plier I just tried, and actually in 1 minute, in 2 minutes, not with a brutal pressure or something, but I got it through. And as you can see, there is a plastic piece. I will get this plastic piece out when I have the front bumper out, and then I will just make the way down here, all the way here, and like I just said, there was our go-through. Okay, so the video cable is there. It's long enough, and long enough for here, and also long enough for the inside. The second one, what we have to do is, for the camera you also need the power outlet. This will be our power outlet, and this is actually the cable what comes in the back, so you don't need to add more wire. What you have to add is, I don't know how should I say, it's like a fork for the negative cable, because if you have to find somewhere here in the engine bay, which will be really easy, a negative screw where I can tighten this one down. And for the positive side, I decided to go in the beautiful way and not the wire tapping on somewhere in the engine bay, our camera, but here we have our fuse box, and I don't know how many fuses do you have inside, if you have like a GSF or a 350, but on this side I have, as you can see, I hope you can see it, the third one. So the third one, which is a 5 ampere fuse. The second one would be the Viper system, and the third one, the Wash S, is the washing system, so the windshield washer system. And I thought I will go for the washer system, because if it goes out, it's really not a big problem. But if our Viper system goes out, then it can be a big problem if you are on the highway or something. And what I bought is this fuse step. This is a fuse step. This is the real name of it. And our fuse here was a 5 ampere fuse, and both sides are a load side. I don't know why, but both sides are load side. I just checked it out with a multimeter. So in this way, it actually doesn't matter if you put your fuse step here in this way or another way. Actually, another way doesn't go because you don't have the space for it. About the fuse step, you can check out a video on YouTube. There are some good videos, how does it work and why it is important. So the 5 ampere fuse, the original fuse, I have it here, and there I have a 3 ampere fuse. So we just put it, it needs to have a little bit of pressure, yep, okay, and then this cable is a little bit, thick, but this one is much thinner, and I just already checked with the cover on it. I do not have to cut the cover like there, and I will have plenty of space. Alright, so we are almost done. Right now we have to test it out if it's working. Where I left the video is the cable, the video cable. So in my last video where I installed the Android Auto, but also you can Google it, or also you can search it on YouTube. There are many YouTubers who just show how to strip everything apart here. So mainly both sides, okay. This is the first piece actually, and the glove box down, okay. And our video cable comes from there, from the grommet, like I just told you. And then I just made the way here, and then up there, and then just up there, as you can see, the black cable, and then just tucked here inside. And maybe you can also see the small go through. Yes, the small go through. This is actually under the cup holders. And then on the other side, like I just showed you in the last video, our Android Auto box is right here, and that's why we have to pull the cable through here under cup holder, and the rest of the cable is here, and then right here behind this piece where I connected, it's labeled also the front camera in, okay. So this is the one what you have to connect, and I just put them together just to try it out. So after that I will remove the front bumper and show you how it's done, okay, just really to try out how does it work. We have to wait a little bit until it comes on with the Android Auto. Okay, it will automatically show the Android Auto, but press the map button twice, then it will switch to the main menu, camera, and here we go. The only problem what I have right now is that in the real world this is actually the right side and this is actually the left side. So as you can see, there are some beds or something, and as you can see on my camera, there are the beds. So probably I have to cut through two cables. I don't know, I have to figure it out how it's done, but it's working. So I am just finishing up my work after a few days because I'm a little bit sick. You can hear also on my voice. So inside we attached to the model our video cable, and what was left is actually to install the camera, and you have to put down your bumper, because for the cable you have enough space, but to get through this amount of cable here you haven't got enough space, and this is the place for the camera, okay. I will show you a little bit closer also. So you have to put down your bumper and then just get through your cable, and then you can mount everything back. I have a video on my channel how to get off your bumper, so if you want you can check it out, and this isn't a big job, half an hour down and on again. So after that I just left the cables and right there, and this will be the position. This is, I came from Hungary, and this is a European plate holder, and as you can see, it's a little bit thicker, so it can stay flat. And this is actually really good for us because the camera, like I just showed you in the beginning, it has a small plate, and actually between the grill, don't worry, the electrical grill, which is controlled by the computer system, is behind there. So this is really just a grill from the bumper, and as you can see, the blade from the camera is actually between the grill and the bumper, and at the front there we have our license plate holder. So I do not have to use any glue or something or double-sided tape because it is just solid there. So it's a rock solid actually. Okay, so you cannot tilt the camera down because of the grill, but it's no need for it. I will show you right now where we will try the system. So there is the camera, and actually I think also from this angle it is really like a small secret front camera, so it doesn't look that bad like aftermarket cameras usually do. And then the cables. I just already showed you that the video cable and the power cable will come from here. Okay, I just attach them together and put an electrical tape over it because it can be wet, this area, and just some zip ties. I left it here. It's a little bit loose, but I think it will be okay, but I don't want it to leave without a zip tie in here. And just one more thing which is important, this here. As you can see, and as I showed you in the beginning of the video, there is a green cable, a blue and a white cable. This controls the mirror image, this controls the lines, what you can get on the picture, and so on. Don't believe on this setup, because it can be another setup for your camera, what you will order for yourself. I had to cut the green line, and in this way I do not have the mirror image, what I just showed you earlier in this video. So right now it's everything okay, and everything which is on the right side, it is on the right side, and which should be on the left side, it is on the left side from the camera. So just a quick recap again. Here we have our positive cable inside, there we have our negative cable tucked. I hope it won't give me a hard time if it gets wet here. And our video cable, it's alongside and then into the cabin. And right now it's about to test. As you can see, I have a pouch here, and this is actually the perfect size where I can show you that this is actually big enough to damage our bumper, if I should say. So I will leave it just right here. I just already tried it, but I will show you also for you. And I left this pouch here because this is how I want to measure what can see the camera. So as you can see, it's 9 centimeters away from the bumper, so it is actually a good position to park. You don't have to go closer. And then let's see, we have the car on. Okay, Android Auto comes along, and then double tap the map button. It will drop us back into the main menu and camera. And here we go, and the pouch is actually perfect positioned, if I should say. As you can see right here, here is the pouch where the red line is. So our angle, our camera angle, it's perfect, I have to say, because if I want to go a little bit further, I can go, but I see that, okay, this is the position where I do not have to go closer and closer and closer. So I think this is a good work, and what we can look up is the setting about the front camera, and to get back to Android Auto, because I think I just figured it out. So you have to tap on the joystick just once, it will return to the main menu, and then we can go setup, go reverse, and front view time. I don't know what this means, but I will set it on 10. I can just imagine that it's maybe in seconds, the front view time. I can imagine that. But like I just said, I think I figured out how to go back to Android Auto. And as you can see, I just played along with the joystick, and right now we are on the sign from Android Auto. Let's just click OK. Oh, and we are back. Very good, very good, very good, very good. I am satisfied with this work. Let's try it again. Tap the button, camera, and here we are. Nice, nice. Thank you very much, and if you have any question, or if I can help you, if I didn't cover everything, then just feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you.